Okay, now that we went ahead and finished our work session, I'm going to show you what we do when we untack. One of the big mistakes whenever you start riding a horse that has a rear cinch on it is you want to be sure that whenever you put the saddle on, you tighten up the cinch first and then you do the rear cinch last, and then it's going to be vice versa when you take it off. So you want to make sure that you unbuckle this first and then undo your girth. Because what will happen is if you undo this front, there's a good chance that if she shakes or she does something bad, the only thing holding your saddle on is the back. So that can get caught up in her flanks, and then she'll, kind of freak out a little bit, go to bucking and kicking, and your saddle's hung up underneath her. So it's got to be a safety deal. So you want to make sure that whenever you come back in and you're done riding, go ahead and undo your rear cinch first. Go ahead and undo your front. And remember, like we talked about whenever we were putting the saddle on, is I'm going to go ahead and take my latigo, and I'm going to fold it in half and run it up through backwards, and then just let it hang this way. So for ease of saddling, whenever we go to saddle up again next time, remember we can grab our girth, run it down through. Now we don't have to drag it in the mud and the dirt. So we just try and do that every time, and it makes it a little simpler and easy for everyone. And when we come around here to the off side, and we go and hang this up, since this saddle has a rear cinch on it, what I want to do is, because I'm trying to keep the same shape, you see this girth has got the shape of the horse's belly. We want to bend these up forward, and then I'm going to take the pin on my girth in the front, and I'm going to take my rear cinch and I'm going to hook it on this pin, and then go ahead and hang it on my saddle. Now everything kind of hangs with a nice little loop in it, so then when you undo it, everything is still in the same deal. If some people do this, if you do that, then your cinch will start to kind of bend backwards, or if it's super sweaty, you're going to get sweat and dirt all over your seat. So again, we just want to pull it out here, cross them over, bend it up, the rear cinch through the front, and then on our keeper. So that's how we have it. Now, for me, what I end up doing, because we tack up in the cross ties a lot, is I saddle on the right side and unsaddle on the left, just because it's easier for me, because the horse is already pushed over and I don't have to go back around. So what I want to do is, so I don't lose my saddle pad in the dirt, I'm going to just grab the horn with my left hand and grab the front of the pad with my right hand. Now I'm just going to go ahead and slide it off. Now I've got both of them separate, so we can go set our saddle on the rack, and then we can take our pad out, and when we put our pad out, we're going to turn it upside down so that the sun can go ahead and air dry the bottom of it, and we'll probably use the pad maybe once or twice a day.